Jets almost blew that game. That would have been pretty bad. And speaking of someone that blew in the game, yeah, Patriots. Yeah, obviously, though, the Dolphins. Let's go, guys. One game away from clinching the division. It's going to be against the Ravens. And obviously, the biggest thing, I guess not really. But, yeah, Amari Cooper, 265 yards. Holy crap. Let's go, guys. Merry Christmas. Here's the play of the day from Christmas Eve.
Crowd the line. They handle the rush initially. Flacco does get rid of it. Oh, sideline grab, Amari Cooper.
Body to ward him off as well. Both feet down at the time as he catches it. Again, body.
High snap.
He's got it. Miami is in the playoffs.
Let's go 6 offensive linemen on 1st and goal. Hall looking for a seam, breaks a tackle, bounces to the outside. He extends, but it appeared as though now
Has been a disaster.
When you're part of the organization and it's been 30 years, 30 years, championship, it's special, man. And these guys have been dying for it, for
Welcome back to the Fun NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy the what is it called? NFL Week 16 Sunday recap. And as always, we'll go through the injuries that happened on Sunday. Of course, Merry Christmas for everybody. Again, this is coming out on Christmas Eve. No, looking at it, nothing much happened for the Commanders in terms of injuries. I mean, a lot of guys were technically hurt, but I mean, like guys, they're out. Talking about the Titans, Kyle Phillips is really the only big one. He had a nasty hamstring. I hope he gets better. Keep going. Randy Gregory illness for the Niners. We'll see if he can play tonight. Whatever there, though. Nothing much for the Bucs. I mean, Carlton Davis concussion. We'll see if he can play in New Orleans. Get a huge game for that NFC South title. Again, that'll probably be a national game, too. Seahawks, they'll play Steelers. Again, they have some guys that were inactive this week. Again, most likely, again, Devon Witherspoon did not play against the Titans. Jimmy Rucker got concussed again. They play on Thursday night, so a short week for them. Bryce Hall did not play. Coach's decision, a lot of coaches' decision here. Connor McGovern also kneecapped. Is expected to return, I guess. That would be good. But again, short week, you never know. Giants, again, we'll see what happens because, again, they're playing today. Patriots, some guys got injured. I mean, nothing crazy, though. Again, Ramondre Stevenson did not play because of ankle injury again. They will play the Bills next week in Buffalo. Vikings, nothing crazy happened with them, to be completely honest. So, yeah. I mean, some injuries. I don't think anyone nothing crazy. Jalen Waddle suffered a shin injury. Obviously, they play for the 1 seed against the Ravens next week, and most likely their division round. Jasper Horsted, the tight end for the Raiders, is out against the Chiefs. So again, we'll see if he can return week 17. Of course, Raiders going to Indy. Keep going up. Nothing much here for the Jaguars. Again, they did not play very well. We'll get into that later. No one completely got killed. That's the good news. CJ Stroud again did not play. We'll see if he can go next week against the Titans at home. Keep going up. Packers, nothing crazy. I mean, some guys got injured. Christian Watson did not play with a hamstring injury, as well as what is called Darnell Savage. Both of those guys are going to look to play on Sunday night next week. Again, a couple guys for the Lions. Of course, they play on Saturday. Also a short week. A lot of inactives, but it's nothing terrible. And then when we go to today, again, just a lot of inactives. That's kind of the simple truth about it. But that's really all I got for the injuries. Then we look at the playoff picture. Let's get into this. All right. So looking at this playoff picture, I'm going to update it. All right. So let's look through all the teams. Ravens, Dolphins clinched. We'll get to the Dolphins game later. But yeah, they clinched the playoff spot. With the winner of the Ravens, they clinched the AFC East and would play against the Bills for the number 1 seed in the AFC. Of course, the Ravens play tonight. Same thing with the Niners in the NFC. Looking at the division leaders, though, Chiefs can clinch the division with a win over the Raiders today. Jaguars are holding on for dear life in that 4th slot, but if they win their last 2 games, they are in. And if you didn't know, they are playing at home versus the Panthers, and I think at home versus the Titans the last 2 weeks. No, they're on the road against the Titans in Week 18. Browns, they have a very, very good shot at making the playoffs. They have basically a 2-game lead on every other wildcard team. Because either way, they're probably not going to get the 5 seed, all things said. We'll see, though. Last 2 weeks, though, they have to go. They're playing the Jets next week at home, which is very good. Then they get to play the Bengals. So we'll see how that goes. Colts, of course, Bills at 9-6. They are still alive for that division title. Of course, they really want the Dolphins to lose next week, and they just have to take care of business against the Patriots. Colts, They lost, but they're still in the playoffs. Again, if they are able to win, probably that game against the Texans in Week 18 will decide who makes the playoffs. Bengals, yeah, 24% chance, tough loss, but if they do win out, they have a shot. Steelers, they also have a shot if they win out. Again, they have to play the at Seattle and then out Baltimore in the end of their season, which is not particularly favorable, but who knows what happens there. Broncos, yeah, they're not 7 and 8. They need a hell of a lot of things to happen to actually get in. Raiders, they win, they have a shot, but that's a very slim shot. Then all the Patriots, Jets, the only thing that was eliminated was again the Chargers, but again we already knew that. And then the NFC, same type of thing. But looking at the teams that are still alive, okay, Niners, again, they have the 1 seed. Lions moving to that 2 slot, of course, with the Eagles playing today. The Lions can clinch the 2 seed if they win their last 2 games, and the Eagles just lose 1. Cowboys, again, these are the teams that clinch. Cowboys, of course, are here, and the Lions, of course, won their first NFC North title in 30 years. One more on that when we get to their game. Bucs are in the 4th seed. They have a very good shot of winning their division. They just have to beat the Saints next week at home. Rams in the 6th slot. They win out, they get in, but obviously there is a lot of different stuff to get it. Yes, they do have the Seahawks do have a better chance to make the playoffs because all they have to do is beat the Steelers and beat the Cardinals. One of them at home, one of them on the road. They're just able to do that. They get in the playoffs. The Rams have a little bit of a tougher schedule too, so that's why they're not projected to get in as much. But the Rams can make it if they're able to beat this what is called Giants in the 1 o'clock window next Sunday, and then the Seahawks lose in that 4:05 window. So that's the quickest clinch for the Rams. Teams that are still alive, the Vikings, Packers, they're going to be playing an elimination game next week on Sunday Night Football. Winner will still have a shot. They just need the Seahawks or the Rams to just lose one of those games in Week 18 and win their Week 18 game. Whoever wins this game in Week 17. Saints technically can still make the playoffs outside of again their division, but that's very unlikely. They're going to have to win the division. Falcons, yeah, they need some stuff to happen, but they're still technically in the race. Bears and Giants, win out, and who the hell knows what's going to happen after that. That's all I got for that, though. Let's get right into the first game, which was a tank bowl.
All right, JB, happy holidays from East Rutherford, New Jersey, just outside MetLife Stadium. Shotgun snap. Howell's going to roll out, throws across his body, and that is batted up and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams. Greg Zuerlein has been Mr. Automatic. Good snap, good hold, and that kick is good. In Week 16 of the season, Elway is going to punt, and that one is blocked. It caroms out of bounds.
I've ever seen this poor of a start from a football team in a long time.
It's been ugly. Simeon on a crossover the middle. It's caught. Jason Bradley.
The offensive line has had a big reason why this running game has stalled.
Here is Hall. Shot out of a cannon, and he will score. This is Jamison Crowder covering a lot of real estate. Crosses the 45. He's into Jets territory, and he's still going. Football is out, and it looks like the Jets. Looks like he's okay. Hopefully get some hazard pay for that. It's a dangerous place to be sometimes on an NFL field. First and 10 for the Jets. Bobble snap off the hands of Simeon. And finally the Commanders are going to get a break. Jets will have the football to begin the second half. So it puts even more onus on this one for the Commanders. Rodriguez taking on tacklers. Rodriguez chiseling yardage. Touchdown. Offensive lineman on 1st and goal. Hall looking for a seam, breaks a tackle, bounces to the outside. He extends, but it appeared as though now that
Like that, as fluid in their change of direction, that's what really takes him over the top.
Curtis Samuel lined up in the backfield, and this pass is broken up and intercepted.
Discipline isn't good enough to be successful.
Simeon's pass is intercepted, picked off by Cody Barton. He's got some open real estate in front. Give the defender anything to hold on to. 3rd and 12% towards the end zone. It is caught. Logan Thomas for the Washington touchdown. Fake handoff from Brissett. Takes a shot to the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Defense and special teams.
That's their 4th drop in this game. Handoff here. Rodriguez and the Washington Commanders keep coming.
The ball well when you've been under center.
Instead, it's Gibson, and he pounds it in. Improbable.
Tackles and pick that first down up.
Jets are still in decent shape with the timeout. Over the middle, Simeon completes. It's Hall again. Hall breaking free. Inside the Commanders' 40 for the Jets from 54. Good snap, good hold. The kick from Zuerlein
And yeah, the Jets almost blew that hugely. This game was actually very entertaining, and it was definitely a tank bowl. With the Jets winning 30-28 on that bomb of a Greg Zerline game-saving field goal. They moved to 6-9 in the season. Nice. Of course, they have to play on Thursday night in Cleveland. They're going to get shut out. Commanders are falling 4-11. They're probably the worst team in the league. I mean, Sam Howell's terrible. Jacoby Brissett came in and played somewhat decent, which, I mean, he should start next week against the Niners. They don't want to lose 80-0, but obviously we'll have to wait and see for that. But they almost came back. Of course, they take that lead, and then they end up losing anyway. But yeah, this was definitely a tank bowl. Of course, the Commanders actually slide in that third spot in the draft order, which definitely means they could draft a quarterback for sure. And if you're a Patriots fan, you should be pissing your pants. Jets in their hand, though. 6-9. Again, nice. Yeah, that's their season. But the Commanders, though, Jacoby Brissett's come in the past 2 weeks and nearly gotten these teams back in games. There's no way he's not the starter next week. Sam Howell, he played himself out of his starting job for next year. Again, after week 13, I'm like, going into the bye week, yeah, there's not, like, unless he's trashed the next couple weeks, he's gonna get he's gonna get the first chance to start next year. But what happens? He was awful last week, and he was even worse this week. 2 picks, he was terrible. The offense looked terrible with him in. They only scored 7 points with him in that offense because, again, the only drive they actually got in the end zone was on, I think it was like a fumble. Yeah, it was that fumble drive. But yeah, Sam Howell, obviously, he's terrible. He's not starting caliber quarterback. Running game, Chris Rodriguez Jr. ran with a lot of heart at 10 carries for 58 yards and 2 touchdowns, which I guess is really good if for some reason you got him in fantasy. Antonio Gibson also had a touchdown on 30 yards rushing. Receiving-wise, Terry McLaurin, again, no one really got open at all, but he did catch a touchdown. I mean, he got 50 yards leading them. Logan Thomas also caught a touchdown, so I mean, I guess that's good. Defensively, Kaliki Hudson had 15 tackles. He was stopping the run for most of the game. Cody Barnes struggled in coverage against, at center of the edge, but he did have 10 tackles in that interception. Yeah, outside of the interior of the defensive line, this defense didn't look too great, but at least, I mean, they forced a couple turnovers. For the Jets now, Trevor Siemian had the interception, but I mean, he was decent in the red zone and he wasn't completely trash. Breece Hall, obviously, like, I don't know, like, it was like a casual, like, 191 total yard game on 32 touches, 2 touchdowns. He was their whole offense. Garrett Wilson, though, 9 for 76. Jason Brownlee also caught a touchdown. Defensively, though, of course, they forced like 5 turnovers. They forced a lot of fumbles. They had 2 picks from Quincy Williams and Tony Adams. The pressure was on most of the game, and it was a really decent defensive effort, all things said. Team stats, though, the Jets had nearly 400 yards total offense for like the first time this year. Both teams were trash on third down. They got 3-2 turnover ratio. The Jets had the ball a lot longer, and yeah, this game was a complete wild game to be. That's just the best way to put it. Let's get right into the keys of the game and grades for both these teams. All right, for the Commander offense, Sam Howell throwing for over 300 yards. He only threw for 56 yards. Brian Robinson Jr. did not play. Terry McLaurin did not have a big game. Offensively, I mean, they did come back, so I mean that's good. But offensively, again, it was a tale of 2 halves. I'll give them actually probably only 2 minuses because again they did come back. But yeah. Sam Howell just can't put him in the starter next week. Defensively, though, worse versus worse, so it can't get any worse. It didn't get worse because both offenses and defenses sucked the whole game. So, yeah, it was a complete tank bowl, equal sign. Now, yeah, again, Commanders, you now have the number 3 pick. Please, if you can, draft Drake May. Just whatever you do. Or trade up with the Cardinals, get fleeced or something. I don't know. That's going to be complete BS. Time for the Jets starting lineup. And don't ask me why I said Jets starting lineup, but yeah, they were about as bad as expected. But again, they did score 30 points, so I'll give them 3 pluses, even though they did completely shut down at some points and almost lost the game. Defensively, they made Sam Howell's life hell, of course. They did give up under 300 yards. They only gave up a lot of points, though, all things said. But considering they had 2 bad turnovers, of course, that being the Jets' offense, I think this defense actually probably did a good job. I'll actually give them 3 pluses. Good job, Jets defense, all things said. And, of course, you guys got that 6-9 record now. You can always live for that. That's all I got for the Jets, guys. Now let's get to our next game, Seahawks and Titans. Big playoff implications for the Seahawks. Of course, we already talked about the playoff picture, but here's how the game went.
What week? It's week 16, and here we got Geno Smith of the Seattle Seahawks. He's missed the last 2 games because of injury. He has 15 touchdowns, 9 interceptions.
Henry looking to throw it. Wide open. Touchdown. Okonkwo.
But he does a great job of it.
Here's Geno Smith to the outside. DK Metcalf has it. Jumps over a defender. And Myers is good. Tannehill escapes the pocket. On the move. He's going to keep it himself. Running down the sideline. Picks up the first down. And he slides down. 11-play drive culminates with a 33-yard field goal.
In theory, you think that's a great throw, but you get a great defensive play from Edmonds.
And Myers is good from downs. Tannehill. And his pass is nearly intercepted. And if Reek Woolen could in 9. Geno to the end zone. He's got Metcalf down there. One-handed grab. Was he in? No signal yet.
situation. Now that's a touchdown.
Dragging the feet. That's going to be a touchdown. They give it to Henry, and the fans chanting his name as he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Smith looking deep for Metcalf, incomplete, but a flag. Smith, end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. Colby Parkinson. Tannehill in trouble, and down he goes. Draymond Jones
In that situation.
2nd and 19. Tannehill to Dowell and shoved it. He's not going forward. Didn't get out. Did not get out. 4, 3, 2, and that.
And the Seahawks go to Nashville and knock up the Titans 20-17, of course, in that comeback fashion with the game-winning drive in that fourth quarter, in which they put up more points in that fourth quarter than they put up the rest of the game. Of course, they moved to 8-7. They just need to win their last 2 games at home versus the Steelers next week at 4:05. That game will be on Fox. And then after we win Week 18, I don't know when the hell that game will be. Titans fall to 5-10, and the second straight season of double losses. Double-digit losses, and they have to play, again, try to continue to play spoiler. They got the Texans next week on the road. I think that game's also on Fox, right? Yeah, I think it is. Whatever, though. Geno Smith, outside of, again, the second half, he was much better than the first half, for sure. But overall, again, under pressure, he was decent. 25-36, 227, of course, the red zone touchdown to DK Metcalf, and then also the game-winning touchdown to, what are they called? Colby Parkinson. Yeah, Geno Smith had a pretty decent day. The running game was trash, though. The offensive line really didn't get anything going the whole game. The holes were very small, and outside of one run, the whole offense sucked there. Tyler Lockett, 8 for 81, very good underneath. JSN also had 6 for 61 out of the slot. DK, of course, caught that touchdown. Colby Parkinson also had a touchdown, again, the game-winning one. Defensively, though, Bobby Wagner did a really good job at making sure Derrick Henry couldn't climb up and get anything really going. 11 tackles and a sack. Boyle Mafe had 6 tackles, also 2 sacks. Really good, again, at making sure that Ryan Tannehill really couldn't, move around too much. And then the other guys, all the interior dudes, completely dominated that part of the field. Again, the B-gap, not so much, especially against the run. Leonard Williams, they do struggle a little bit there. But outside of that, I think they do a good job. Tariq Woolen, again, all the corners did a decent job outside of, again, some, on shallow routes they got beat on, but that was really about it. They did a really good job defensively. Jason Myers also had 2 field goals. For the Titans, though, yeah, you can definitely see why Ryan Tannehill isn't a starter for this team anymore. He took a couple sacks. I'm bro, why are you taking those? He didn't really try to create it all. He really struggled under pressure. And if you didn't know, Derrick Henry now has the same number of touchdowns as Ryan Tannehill has this year through the air, which is just completely crazy. Again, Ryan Tannehill hasn't started every game this year, but still. Derrick Henry, 19 for 88 and a touchdown. He was probably one of his better games of the season for sure. Definitely a bounce-back game. And maybe his last touchdown in Tennessee, of course. They have a home game in Week 18, but outside of that, again, this is one of his last games probably as a Titan. Tyjae Spears could be their starter next year with 9 carries for 40 yards. Chisholm Conklin was really good, 6 for 63 and a touchdown. He and Ryan Tannehill have a really good connection, but outside of that, no one really got anything going, especially D-Hop, who, again, plays a lot better with Will Levis. For the defense, though, Roger McCreary in the slot made a lot of tackles, 7 tackles in total. Trey Avery, of course, had the game-ending pass interference, had 6 tackles, though. Azeez Al-Shire was okay against the run, especially keeping gaps down. He did an okay job with that. Elijah Molden had 6 tackles. I do like the fact that, again, Mike Brown was playing a lot more, off ball, instead of just trying to blitz it with him every time. It was a pretty good group there. Eric Garror was okay. They did a decent job defensively. It was just some of the penalties in the last drive. Team stats, though. Titans had almost 300 yards, but again, this was definitely a defensive game for sure. They had 162 on the ground, though. Controlled the ball longer. It's just, again, this crucial sacks that Ryan Tannehill took. Again, not only on third down, but just in total. Again, that's what ended this football game. If he didn't take some of those sacks, they would have won it. And the Rams could actually freaking clinch next week. Please, for God, Seahawks lose to the Steelers. For Seattle, Star Drew locked it in. JSN did get the ball outside the numbers. Of course, Tyler Lockett didn't get a deep ball, but he did make some plays. Davey Lewis struggled against for the run. Again, they did put it together with all the, in the end of the game, but overall, this offense was kind of underwhelming. I'll still give them 3 pluses because, again, that last drive was really good. But if they didn't have that last drive, this offense would have been a lot lower. Defensively, though, continue to make manipulate the quarterback's pre-snap read. Somewhat, it was more the fact that, again, they got after him. Derrick Henry, again, they didn't stop him. He had a pretty decent game. Julian Love did make a couple nice plays, though. Defensively, of course, it wasn't anything crazy, but, again, when you can get 6 sacks and make it really hard for Ryan Tannehill to actually get through his reads, that's what you want to do if you're a defense, and that's exactly what they did do. So I'll give them 5 pluses. One of their better performances of the year. Good job. Time for the Titans. Of course, I'm a buffoon for thinking Will Levis would have played. But, yeah, Ryan Tannehill sucked, so I don't know. I'll give this offense 4 minuses. It was not good. Defensively, though, somebody stepping up in the A-gap and breaking leverage to maintain small gaps. Only not inside zone. But after that, they were fine. Double DK, they did outside the touchdown. And outside leverage by the corners on the boundary on 3rd down. They did. Again, they still got beat a couple times. But this defense did actually probably keep them in the game. I'll actually probably give them 2 pluses. Again, outside of that game-winning drive, this defense did a really good job. But then again, you can't expect them to be as good as they were the whole game. So, 2 pluses for this Titans defense. That's all I got there. Time for the Colts and Falcons. Yeah, this was a little bit of a shocker.
What a story late in the year. A couple of former backup quarterbacks, Taylor Heineke for the Falcons and Gardner Minshew for the Indianapolis Colts, try to keep their team squarely in this playoff chase.
RPO, give to Taylor. This time he punches it home.
Handoff for Robinson. And look at the speed of Bijan Robinson trying to break it into the open field all the way down to the 25. Heineke, end zone, got him in. It's Pitts. It's a touchdown. What a start for Heineke and the Falcons. A response.
To do a better job as a receiver out there on the edge.
Now Koo with a chip shot puts Atlanta in. Koo delivers. And a distance kick to maybe get back on track.
The quarterback's turned it over 16 times so far this year.
He's blocking. Algier running. Big run for Algier into the end zone. On track, much like Younghoe Koo. That one was perfect. Trying to connect from 41. And he does. Minshew getting away from the pressure. Stops and throws. Dangerous throw. It is tipped. It is deflecting the pressure this time. Minshew. Deep ball. Pierce. It is Jesse Bates. He's been doing it all. 35-yarder here for Koo, who has had a nice bounce-back day. This is to try to make it a 16-point lead. Boy, he looks like his old self to be on your screen and horrify all of you. Younghoe Koo with a perfect day.
And the Falcons blow the doors off the Colts with a dominating, best defensive performance I've seen in like 6 type of years before game with a 29-10 statement run over the Colts, bouncing back from that humiliating loss last week in Carolina. Kind of keeping their playoff hopes alive again. They moved to 7-8 on the season. They have to play the Bears next week. I think they're home. Yeah, let me think. I think they are home, right? They should be home. They might be on the road. No, they're at the Bears. Okay, never mind. New Year's Eve, they're at the Bears. All right. Meanwhile, the Colts, they moved to 8-7. That's not good. Of course, they fall to it. But they have the Raiders next week and try not to end their season like what happened back in 2021. Again, we'll see if they can win that. But it is a big game for them. Looking at the stats, though, Gardner Minshew, 20 of 37, 201, an interception. He struggled under pressure. The corners did a really good job on him. He had to create a lot more, and he wasn't able to do that. And obviously, he didn't pass up some plays. But, yeah, the Falcons' secondary made it really hard on him, as well as the pass rush. The running game was completely eliminated by the end of the first quarter. It was a rough day for that offensive line with that. Very frustrating. Receiving-wise, again, outside of some scheme throws to Kyle Granson, it was, some good play calls to Kyle Granson. It was a complete mosh pit. Like, without Michael Pittman Jr., they really don't have a guy that can consistently go to. And that was definitely prevalent in this game. Defensively, though, EJ Speed, good job at not setting the edge, but he did have 13 tackles. Zaire Franklin, again, he should have had that at pick 6, but he did have 12 tackles in total. Quiddy Pay had their only sack. No one won one-on-one up front, which really made it hard on these linebackers, despite, again, EJ Speed having very bad reps against setting the edge there. Kenny Moore did have 6 tackles, though. He's probably only a good guy in coverage, too. Yeah, this defense really struggled. But for the Falcons, again, it was a lot of field goals, a lot of Taylor Heineke throwing it underneath. The running game was very efficient. Again, Cordell Patterson, really the only guy without having too much success. Of course, Tyler Algier with like a 31-yard touchdown run, untouched, basically. Bijan did have 750 as well, had over 120 total yards. Kyle Pitts had the team's only receiving touchdown, but again, they had a lot of different guys make some plays. Defensively, though, Nate Landman led them in tackles with 9. Keaton Ellis had 10 and a sack and on a blitz. Jesse Bates also had an interception as expected. And they got a lot of pressure from a lot of different dudes. The most sacks, 6 they had since 2019. I swear that was against like the Panthers or something. Let me see if I'm right. Alright, how many sacks? Dang it. Alright. Let me think. Did they remember play the Jags? How many sacks did they have that game? Only 3, bro. When did they actually get that many sacks? I'm thinking, like, when did, let's look, 2019, when would they have gotten 6 sacks? I really just can't remember. Whatever, though. Yeah, this defense was really good. What else was it? I'm going to say Falcons Saints, like, it was like Halloween or, like, Veterans Day, week 10. Yeah, I swear they had to have had 6 sacks then, right? No, they didn't. Holy crap, bro. When was the last time? Whatever. The Falcons they're not much of a passers team, one of the worst in the league, and they had a huge game with that. 6 sacks they got, which again was a lot of what is called a really good play call, stunts, picks, all that crap, and it worked out really well for them. Yeah, I did not expect them to do that. That's really the reason they actually probably won this football game, because the secondary again was really good, but again the safeties really helped out a lot in zone coverage. But again, making it muddy, making it hard for Gardner Minshew to get the ball to his receivers quickly. Obviously, the running game helped 177 yards on the ground with like over 6 yards per carry as a team. Yeah, it was a really good performance by the Falcons, keeping their playoff hopes alive. Colts offensively putting up 35, nope. 200 rushing yards, nope. Marco Pittman Jr. did not play, and they did have a couple field goals in the red zone. Yeah, or one field goal, actually. Offensively, it was a rough game. They really couldn't get anything going. That's probably the worst type of game you can have. So I'll probably have to give them 7 minuses. But, I mean, it could have been worse, but yeah, this offense really struggled. Defensively, though, under 20 points allowed. No Bijan explosive runs. No, moved Cale McGarry laterally. They actually did do a good job with that. Again, Cale McGarry wasn't too much of a big guy here. It was more setting the edge with Jake Matthews unexpectedly. But yeah, defensively they did get moved around a little bit. Again, they did get 5 field goals, which is, I guess, a lot better. So I mean, they were decent in the red zone. 31-yard touchdowns, inexcusable though on that Tyler Algier run. But I mean, that defense was out there a good amount of this game, so it's not completely on them, but they could have been a lot better. 4 minuses. Now let's look at the Falcons. Obviously, big redemption story for Taylor Heineke. They did run the ball for 177, not 300, but it was a pretty good day there. Offensively, I will give them 4 pluses. They did a really good job. Meanwhile, for this defense, though, Gardner Minshew throw over the deep middle. They did. Jesse Bates obviously had a pretty big game. You know, this defense did almost everything you could have asked for. Good. 6 sacks is nuts for this group. Again, they really haven't looked like, again, that type of pass rush since all the way back in 2017, over 6 years ago. So I'll probably give them, I don't know, 7 pluses. That was their best performance of the year by far. That's all I got for the Falcons, guys. Let's get into the Packers and Panthers. And oh, God, the Packers lost this game. Yeah, let's get right into it.
Boiler the Grinch. You'll hear that reference quite a bit on Christmas Eve. This is Santa's big scene. Who will arrive on the scene today for Carolina and Green Bay? Fake to him. Wide open on the other side of the field is the rookie Tucker Kraft. What a play. Dillon has checked into the game, battling a thumb injury recently. Dillon powers ahead, and he's in. That's a Packer touchdown. Here's a tough one, though, from 52 yards away. It's up there. It's out there. And it's through. It's good. Finds room again, and he shakes loose. Across midfield, all the way down inside the 40 of the Panthers. Jordan Love will keep and touchdown Green Bay.
They hand that thing off, get that quick snap, Jordan Love sneaks it in.
And the extra point is not good. He's leading the Panthers 10th in the NFC coming in. Are set to the goal line. Amir Smith. 8 in pregame on this side of the field. The kick. Chuba Hubbard will not get the first down. Jordan Love signaling. It's out of it. On the move, throws, end zone, and that's a Packer touchdown. Good enough to get into the postseason. Trying to set up the Hail Mary. Jordan Love going to air it out the throw. All the way down. A chance inside the 5. And it's
seen a lot of that.
Chuba Hubbard, he's in the end zone. It's a Panther touchdown. Watching on Christmas Eve. Love to throw. End zone. Catch made. Romeo Dobbs with a Packer touchdown. On end zone. Oh, he hangs on. DJ Chark for a Panther touchdown. Perfect throw for the touchdown. The extra point. He missed one, and he's going to miss another one from the 10-yard line. Young on the move. He will throw and catch. Did he hang on? Yes! Blackshear. Got it! And we've got a tie game! 4, extra pressure picked up. Low out there for Dobbs, and he's got it. "32 yards.
Got it.
Over the middle. Catch made. In field goal range. It's Adam Thielen at the 31 at Green Bay. They need to spike it. They can't stop the clock. The official word from the field that the Panthers are beat by LaFleur and playoff hopeful Green Bay. What an effort.
And the Packers keep their playoff hopes alive and survive in Carolina, or actually Charlotte, with a 33-30 thrilling win. They move to 7-8 with a trash defense. Joe Barry should be fired right on the spot. That is the most biggest takeaway you could probably take from this game. But they move to 7-8. They got a must-win game. Win or go home in Minnesota next week on Sunday Night Football. Of course, Jordan Love playing well and continuing to play well will probably be a key to being able to do that because they will be giving them a lot of points next week. Panthers, of course, season high 30. They have to go to Jacksonville next week, and I actually think they could win that football game. I mean, maybe not, but you never know. Again, back-to-back home games, but still, maybe they do. Again, they're fall at 2-13, and we're not clinched #1 pick. But if the Cardinals are able to win next week, which I don't think they're playing with Philly, yeah, probably not. But whatever, they're 2-13, and yeah, they're playing better football as of late, though. Oh yeah, Jordan Love, 17 of 28, 219, 2 touchdowns. The first touchdown was really nice. Second one was also pretty nice. Yeah, Jordan Love had a pretty decent game overall. Again, a little inconsistent when throwing outside the numbers, but outside that, it was really good. Aaron Jones, having him in the backfield is a blessing. 21 carries, 127 yards, good for 6 yards exactly a pop. A.J. Dillon sucks, but he did have a touchdown. Jordan Love also ran in 1-3 total on the season. He has 30 on the season as well in total, which, if you didn't know, yeah, I think that's probably a little better than Aaron Rodgers in his rookie season. What the heck? Yeah, that would be pretty cool if they were reunited. That actually would probably make sense, even though they're both oldies. All right, rookie season, 28 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. All right, how many rushing touchdowns did he have? Because this is actually probably very comparable. 4? All right, Jordan Love, you need 2 more touchdowns to tie your old comparison, dude, or whatever. Yeah, your successor, whatever. Either Romeo Doubs 4-for-79 touchdown, of course, with that massive 36-yard catch on the sideline, great play. Also had a touchdown. Tucker Kraft 4-for-60. Again, you probably want to pick him up for fantasy if you haven't yet. Dontavian Wicks 1 touchdown. Yeah, cool. And then outside of that, I mean, not really much. Yeah, the offense wasn't super consistent, but they did give themselves a good lead, and of course, bailed them out at the end of the game with that Andrews Carlson missed game-winning field goal, even though he probably wasn't necessary with that extra point he missed. But he did make up for it. Defensively, there's no one who really played that well. Rashawn Gary completely got shut down. Preston Smith did have some really nice wins, though. Also had 1.5 sacks. Jerry Alexander, I think, was okay in coverage, but again, outside of that, this whole defense stunk. I mean, no one really, showed me much of anything outside of, again, a guy like Preston Smith. And this defense just struggled in this game. For the Panthers, though, yeah, Bryce Young, best game of his career by far, 26-36, 312 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's not as good as Andy Dalton's 367 yards, 3 touchdowns, something like that performance against the Seahawks back in Week 3, but still a really good game. Yeah, definitely better than we've seen from him all this season. The running game was bad. That's just the best way and nicest way I can put it. Mir Smith-Marset at least ran 20 yards on the jet sweep or reverse, whatever you want to call that. Chuba also had a touchdown. Receiving-wise, DJ Chark had, a third of his catches go in the end zone, which is really crazy for him. Adam Thielen also 6 for 94. Tommy Tremble had 4 for 60. Yeah, this offense looked a lot better than they've looked all season. Again, 30 points is crazy. Defensively, though, all right, Frankie Louvu was good, 10 tackles and a sack. Again, the corner struggled in the scramble drill for sure. But outside of that, I mean, there's really nothing notable aside about this defense. Again, they were pretty disciplined. They did a decent job. But it's just the fact the Packers are a more talented team than them on this side of the ball. It was very, showing in that fourth quarter. But for the team stats, obviously both teams had nearly 400 yards. Again, you look at the Panthers, it was a field show at some points for them. Field day, actually. What else happened? I mean, nothing really crazy. Both teams are pretty efficient overall. Yeah, if you're a Packers fan, you got to be very concerned about your defense. I mean, the guys just got torched by one of the worst, if not the worst offense in the league. Packers offense, Jordan didn't throw for 300, but he was really good. Aaron Jones did have a touchdown. He was also very good. They did score over 25 by the end of the third quarter. They did everything I asked them to. I'll probably give them 5 pluses. I mean, you scored 33 in the Panthers. That's exactly what you need from your offense. But for this defense, all right. Bryce Young ran all over them. Obviously, Adam Thielen had a really couple nice shots. Not getting bombs per se, but he did win up field. No Chuba over third down conversions on over 4 yards. Nope, and don't keep blow a 2-scored lead. They did. I mean, it was tied, but still. Packers defense, yeah, not it right now, guys. Probably 7 minuses. They weren't completely awful. They did force a couple punts, but that is a team that is not making the playoffs. That's the best way I can put it, guys. That's probably not good for this defense. Fire Joe Barry. Time for the Panthers. And for Carolina, more than 9 points and a touchdown. They did that. Miles Sanders, nope. But Drew Barber did get at least, he might have got 20 touches. Jonathan Mingo did not get the football, but DJ Chark Jr. showing that he's not terrible like we thought he was going before this week. And again, Adam Thielen doing his normal stuff. Yeah, this offense looked really good. Best game of their season, 6 pluses. Defensively, that Panthers defense, Brian Burns taking over the game. He didn't take over the game. He actually really wasn't a part of it. And get another win to give teams in the NFC playoff race. Nope. But again, they did do a decent job. All things said, again, they're not the greatest defense, so you can't really expect much from them. I'll probably still give them 2 minuses, but again, they did a decent job, all things said. Now let's get to the national game. Here was the Lions and Vikings, of course. Yeah, the Lions, they did something you never would have thought. Yep, they won the freaking division, guys. Here were the highlights from what was a wild game.
Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions are in Minneapolis, getting set to take on Justin Jefferson and the Vikings.
Porter on the line of scrimmage.
Here's Montgomery with Craig Reynolds leading the way, and he is in for a Lions touchdown. Second and goal, Chandler, touchdown. Here's Gibbs, broke away from the first tackle attempt, picks up a first down, fumble, and then he lost the football, it's recovered by the Vikings. Jefferson in motion from the Lions 40. They need 2 yards. Mullins throws, picked off. Pass was intended for his first field goal attempt of the season. Lions made the move, replacing to your best guys. Mullins on third down, fires downfield looking for Addison. It's picked off, intercepted by 3-point Lions lead. Here's Gibbs, cuts to the outside, still going into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs with a Lions touchdown. Now Mullins moving to his right on first down. Now he throws to the end zone. Jefferson, what a catch!
Threw it for a touchdown.
Hawkinson has gone into the medical tent. Still no Addison. As Mullins goes deep, KJ Osborne makes the catch! Goal from the Lions 6. Fake to Chandler. End zone, Osborne, touchdown! Second and goal. Goff looking to throw. Goff to the end zone, touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Lions regain the lead during the off seasons. Bosley's extra point is blocked. Key defensive player, hand off to Gibbs, touchdown. So now third down at 18. Mullins going deep, and it is picked off. Second today for Kirby Jones. From the Lions 32, the toss to Chandler, back to Mullins. Mullins throws, and it is caught by Johnny Munt. With just over 5 minutes remaining, third down at 27. Mullins fires. Wow. Jefferson, wow! What a catch! Unbelievable! From the 30 on first down, Mullins steps up. He throws. It is picked off. Melifonwu with the exclamation point.
And the Lions go to Minneapolis and clinch the play on their division with a 30-24 win. Of course, it is the first division title for a Detroit team since 1993, and that is, yes, 30 years. Holy bananas, first home playoff game since then as well. Yeah, if you're a Lions fan, you've got to be celebrating your butt off. This is crazy. But, yeah, you still got to beat the Cowboys next week. But, yeah, this is what you wanted the season to go as. Again, they are now 11-4 on the season and are technically in the 2 seed right now. But, again, they have to go to Dallas next week. That game will probably decide how the playoffs will go for them. We'll have to wait and see for that, obviously. They're on Saturday, too. Vikings fall 7-8. Again, must-win game at home next week, Sunday nighter against the Packers. But, honestly, I wouldn't be too concerned, to be completely honest. I mean, again, the Lions' offense is considerably more threatening at times in that Packers offense. But again, your defense is gonna have to definitely step up. But I do think this this Vikings offense could probably put up like 40 points and over 500 total yards on them. Again, the Lions defense isn't anything good, but like they could absolutely just blow the doors off the Packers defense. So I wouldn't be too concerned if you're a Vikings fan. But yeah, Jared Goff, he was solid. He didn't have anything like crazy. He had one nice throw really under pressure, but 75% completion percentage. He got it done. Running game though, Dave Montgomery, I think he got hurt. He didn't really feel like he was in the game as much. Jahmyr Gibbs was much more successful though. 80 yards and 2 touchdowns, scored over 5 yards per carry. Receiving-wise, Amon-Ra St. Brown had a lot of underneath targets, 12 for 106 in that touchdown. Jamison Williams also 5 for 43. Again, very good yak threat in this game. Khalif Raymond had 2 very nice catches. Sam Laporta also 3 for 18. No one's outside of obviously Amon-Ra, no one caught a bomb or anything. It was again just a very consistent offensive game plan. They didn't turn over the football. Was again very unlike the Vikings. Defensively for them, obviously Kirby Joseph when he left the game, there were a lot of big plays against him. With him off the field, but he did have 9 tackles and 2 interceptions. He is the most important guy in this defense. Brian Branson 6 tackles, sack, interception. He was a little inconsistent. He's a rookie, so I'm not too concerned about that. Benny Malfanu just can't cover. He had 5 tackles, 2 sacks, and an interception. What is it called? Khalil Dorsey on that one drive against KJ Osborne struggled big time, but outside of that, he did recover. The pressure was a little inconsistent, but again, they did get some quality plays from other guys too. The linebackers were literally non-existent in coverage, and actually probably even against the run. The best thing they probably did in this game was make some big tackles for losses, which again wasn't the end of the world because that's kind of what you need from these guys. But I think they need to be a little better in coverage in the next couple weeks. For the Vikings, though, again, yes, Nick Mullins. This is a real stat line. 411 yards. That's a lot. 2 touchdowns. That's also good for him. For 4 interceptions. He was slinging the ball downfield a ton. He had at least 12 passes over. I mean, maybe not 12. He had at least 6 or 7 passes over 20 air yards. It was bombs away for him. The interception at the end was a duck. That's just, there's no way around it. That was a terrible throw. But the good news for him is he's going against the Packers next week, and they're not picking him off 4 times. No matter how many bad throws he makes, he will connect on more of those, which is crazy. Yeah, and more of the reason of that is because they didn't really have any run game. Justin Jefferson obviously had a massive day, though. Overall, of course, with that 18-yard touchdown where he slid and caught it. Also had I'd say the play of the day, but since that Amari Cooper play was better, and I freaking don't care about I hate the Vikings, at least this year. Yeah, he doesn't go on top play, but that was a great catch. And double coverage. KJ Osborne, of course, got that bomb, also touchdown. Really, after that first drive, though, he can't block for crap. He doesn't create much separation outside of those 2 plays. But yeah, good game for him. TJ Hockenson also 4 for 58. You didn't see too much of him. Baron Powell also 3 for 53. Josh Oliver and Johnny Mutt also had some big catches. Yeah, it was a lot of big plays for this Vikings offense. Again, the 4 picks, though. Holy crap. Defensively, though, they were not bad. They just weren't as good as you're used to seeing. Again, the blitzes weren't as successful. The pressure wasn't as great. They did do a good job on the outside. It wasn't like any of these receivers got a ton of separation. No big plays, but again, they just didn't make any game-changing plays like what you need this defense to. Cam Bynum did have 8 tackles, though. Team stats, again, it was really a 4-1 actually turnover ratio, more like 4-1. Again, 143 rushing yards and 17 also is not good for the Vikings. The Lions only had the ball, technically had the ball for 38 minutes, but trust me, it didn't feel like that by any means. But yeah, they did have a much more efficient game plan for sure. But obviously the Vikings just big plays, and that's really what kept them in this game with all that said. But, yeah, if you're a Lions fan, you should be happy. But, again, next week you're going to have to play a little better and also run the ball even better than you did this week. So, all I got for the Lions, guys. Let's get right into the keys to the game grades for both these teams. For Detroit, Jared Goff did not light anything up, but they did get their first division title in 30 years, which, again, is good for the Rams. But still, yeah, if you're a Lions fan, you gotta be super happy about this. Yeah, I'll give them 4 pluses. They were very solid. Defensively, Nick Mullins out to the numbers with Kirby. Yep. Exactly. Double TJ, they did. Romeo Core with Sacky. All those things did happen. They did give a lot of big plays, but I'll still give them 3 pluses because they did pick off Nick Mullins 4 freaking times, which is a ton. All things said, though, obviously they did get beat a couple times, so not the end of the world, but they could have been a little better. Obviously a good performance, though. That's all I got for the Lions. Time for the Vikings. That's definitely the most explosive this Vikings offense has looked since probably week 7. So, I mean, that's good. Alex Madison obviously didn't play, so that was part of the reason they didn't run the ball. JJ nearly had 150 yards. Jordan Addison didn't play, which I think would have made this offense a lot better. Obviously, though, again, a lot of turnovers. But, again, the big plays are pretty good. I'll probably give them 2 minuses, though. But, yeah, Vikings offense, you can't be too concerned. Again, Nick Mullins' 4 picks is not good. But this offense looked a lot more, again, like a lot more juice than they've had the past couple weeks. Defensively, nope. But obviously, Hunter was pretty good with his pressure. They did not win what is called in the fourth quarter, though. They had some bad plays. Defensively, again, it was a little bit of a disappointing game. They just didn't do anything game-changing, which you needed them to. So for that reason, I got to give them 3 minuses. But it wasn't like they completely got torched or anything. So, yeah, Vikings just a little disappointing. Again, you should be playing a lot better next week and just feast on that Packers defense. That is all I got for the Vikings, guys. Time for the other national game. And, oh, boy, Amari Cooper. Oh, my God.
You're thinking playoffs. You've got Kevin Stefanski and the Browns, D'Amico Ryans and the Texans. Pivotal matchup today coming up.
That could go to the playoffs.
Fake the handoff, Flacco, deep shot on first down, looking for the big play, and it's caught by Cooper. Flacco on the outside. Ford cuts it. He's got the angle. Touchdown, Browns. First down, fake it. Bootleg, Flacco sets, throws, looking for separation. It's caught. Amari Cooper down the sideline. To Pierce. Still going. Pierce. Texans need it. Does Pierce have enough gas? Touchdown, Houston. 98 yards on the run back.
Marquez now getting some reps here as the holder.
Second down and 12. Flacco looks. Flacco end zone. Touchdown. A dime to
Jerry Hughes make the play off the edge for the wily veteran.
Flacco. Throw it up there, and it's intercepted. Need about 20 yards to get into legitimate field goal range. Oh, that ball tipped and picked. Owusu. Crowd's going for it. 5 seconds left. Flacco floats it. End zone. Intercepted. And that'll end the half. They handle the rush initially. Flacco does get rid of it. Oh, sideline grab. Amari Cooper. Nearly a 10-minute drive. Flacco on time. Touchdown. Amari Cooper. 3rd and 8. Keenum hit as he throws. It's up there, and it's intercepted. In the backfield, on a give, it is Hunt for the touchdown. 3rd and goal. Crowd the line, rush coming, Mills releases, adjustment, Nico Collins.
And Crew just a little bit better, so we'll see how it goes.
Fairbairn, he tries it, and Houston recovers it. Beck shifts to the backfield. Mills throws for the touchdown. Andrew Beck.
Alright, and the Browns, holy bananas. This game was wild. They put up 36 to knock off the Texans, and kind of not really, they're basically already in the playoffs. Get their 10th win of the season, 3rd season since they rejoined the league back in '99 with a double-digit win season. But yep, 36-22 was the final score. Texans fall to 8-7, and they got not a great path to the playoffs. Next week, the Browns again. They have a Thursday nighter in what is called at home versus the Jets. Texans, on the other hand, they have a home game against Titans. Probably win or go home. All that said, though, looking at it though, Joe Flacco threw the ball a lot like last week and was successful. 368 yards, 3 touchdowns. Pick at the end of the half. The first one was definitely an arm punt. Second one again, end of the half. So not too big of a deal. But yeah, you bring in Dorian Thompson-Robinson. This offense looks like god awful. So yeah, they got to run the football better though. Probably put Pierce Strong in Jr. And obviously Kareem Hunt is the most washed back in the league. Had a touchdown, but 7 carries for 11 yards. Gerald Ford wasn't much better. 25 yards and a touchdown on only as many as 15 carries. But obviously, the biggest thing about this game, Amari Cooper breaking the franchise record, 11 catches, 265 yards, and 2 touchdowns. These numbers look fake. Fake. Holy bananas. Didn't, what is it called, Jamar Chase, though, 2 years ago, technically last year, didn't he have, what is it called, like, 266 yards? Yeah, he had 266 and 3 touchdowns. That's nuts. But yeah, that was very similar to those numbers. But yeah, so week 17. Again, like look at it. Like I'll show you like Mike Evans, like in late season. Yeah, late season. What is it called? Yeah, here we go. 207, 3 touchdowns. Like, late season, like, receivers having monster days. So, again, this was week 16, not week 17. But, yeah, this is ridiculous. Njoku caught a touchdown, though. But, again, it was a one-man show. So, offensive line was decent as well. Defensively, though, I mean, they did what you'd expect them to do. They got a ton of pressure. They tipped a lot of passes. They made it really hard on Case Keenum to do anything. They made it hard on the running backs to do anything. Outside, again, that touchdown they gave up in, like, the, on the first, on the kickoff, this defense was completely dominant the whole way, and they kind of just took the pedal off the metal when they took everybody out in that fourth quarter. But yeah, this defense was really good too. And obviously, though, the story though, they didn't have a kicker or a punter, so yeah. Dustin Hopkins, of course, got injured. Corey Bork has also got injured. That's crazy. You lost your kicker and your punter in the whole game. That's why they're going for fourth down on all those plays. And it also made that Amari Cooper made that great catch on the sideline where just Joe Flacco flung it up there. Davis Mills' garbage time numbers was pretty good. Case Keenum sucked 2 interceptions. He was honestly maybe not as bad as last week, but pretty similar. Devin Singletary, again, he only got 9 carries because they were down by so much most of the game. Touchdown from Andrew Beck and Nico Collins. Yeah, it was definitely not the best game from any of these receivers, all things said, though. Defensively, they were trash. I mean, again, they did a good job. You stopped the run. You forced a couple picks. Derek Stingley Jr., though, was really the only guy actually making any plays in coverage. It was a mess outside of him, though. They could not cover Amari Cooper for their life. At least they had a kicker, though. Team stats. Again, the Browns over 400. Texans only a flat 250. The Browns actually had the ball longer, despite, again, 2-to-2 turnover ratio. Browns were a little better on third down, but I really don't think that made a difference. Really just a big plays. That's kind of what decided this game. Time to keys the game grades. Browns offensively, Joe Flacco, no turnovers in the fourth quarter. Yep, Jerome Ford, nope. And Amari Cooper, holy... Yeah, that was insane. 7 pluses. Again, that's just ridiculous. Defensively, get over the road Wolves with a fast start. They were really good. Martin Emerson Jr. obviously had his best game of the season. Yeah, this defense was awesome. Again, outside of that kickoff, they gave up some garbage time points. This defense was crazy good. I'll probably give them 6 pluses. That's one of the better defensive performances I've seen from them this year. Great job, Browns defense. Now let's talk about the Texans. All right, for Houston, it's if CJ plays, obviously didn't. Their running game was bad too, so I really don't have much to say. Again, they got down by a lot. They couldn't really match anything the Browns did, and also the receivers struggled to get open. What is called without those crossers in the bootlegs and all this other crap. Yeah, Texans offense, you probably should have started the game running the football, to be completely honest, and obviously couldn't do that. So offensively, I will give you 5 minuses. Again, good job in garbage time, I guess. You did recover an onside kick, but yeah, it was not a great effort. Defensively, though, Steven Nelson, I don't think was actually too bad. He wasn't good, though. Derek Stingley obviously was very good. Jonathan Gronk, 60+ win rate on speed shop setups. He wasn't really getting to any of those, and obviously the staff was just completely taken away with Joe Flacco just bombing the ball down the field. Texans defense obviously never got really anything going, and they sucked in the first place, so... yeah, probably 6 minuses. Also got the Texans, guys. Now let's get into the later window. Here's Jags and Bucs, and yeah, this was a complete just beat down.
Hi everyone, Merry Christmas. Really big news. The third-year quarterback made the Pro Bowl a year ago, got the Jaguars into the playoffs, and won a wild card playoff game. They need him to be more consistent.
24-yard field goal by Chase McLaughlin. As you just saw, he's made 12 consecutive field goals for the game's first score. It is up and in.
And they drop out.
3rd and 15 into the nickel. It's intercepted and picked off by White. Devin White gets the ball and goal the 3. And a couple tight ends, Mayfield to the air, works the block, touchdown, Evans. And they beat Spinning here before the game from 54, and this is no good.
He's been able to do with the young roster that he has, and
McLaughlin nails it from 31. Second down and one good. He's been intercepted on the play. Winfield caught it, scoops it up.
Over to try and help, and a quick slant.
Oh, it's caught! What a throw! And what a terrific touchdown reception! Reception of the season, first and 10. Fumble on the play. Diaby may have gotten him. He did. Fumble. Another turnover by Jacksonville. He was covering 25-yard gain. It's White taking it in for the touchdown on first and goal. Laughlin with a 51-yard try. Wind is a concern. The kick is away. A concern for most, but not for McLaughlin.
9 yards rushing.
First time in the red zone today. Second down, 5 horse to the end zone. Caught for the touchdown. Ridley.
Season here in Jacksonville.
Underneath they go on 2nd and 7. Ingram again has got the first down. Fumble on the play. recovered by Winfield. 4th and goal, end zone throw, in almost in the playoffs. 1st and goal, end zone, and caught by Ridley. 2nd touchdown reception.
And the Bucs really put themselves in good spot to winning the NFC South with a 30-12, in which they have 30-0 blowout win over the Jacksonville Jaguars, who lose their 4th straight game, and they are in a free fall right now. The Jags are drowning. It is rough there. Yeah, they suck again. It's not good there. Bucs, they're 8-7 though. Yeah, they're playing really good football. Again, the Jags, they got the what the heck? The Texans. No, wait, they're not playing the Texans. They're playing the Panthers. So they lose that game, their season's up. Like, they're not doing anything. They'll probably still make the playoffs though. Bucs, please beat the Saints next week. They're probably gonna be in front of the whole country too. If you haven't seen this Bucs team, 4 straight games they've won. Holy crap, they're playing really well again. Red hot versus ice cold. You saw it in this game. Trevor Lawrence was bad, 2 interceptions. Also had a couple of fumbles. It was a rough game for him. 211 though through the air. CJ Beathard came in not much better under that insane pressure that the Bucs were putting on him, but he did still throw for 94 yards and touchdown. Running game non-existent. Receiving wise, no one got open. I mean, Evan Ingram was making some plays underneath, but he did have a couple of fumbles. Maybe no, I think it was only 1. Calvin really caught 2 touchdowns in garbage time, but outside of that, I mean, no one was really making any plays out at the receiver position. They need Christian Kirk badly. Defensively, they made some tackles. Actually, they weren't really that bad, to be completely honest. But again, they just didn't really make any crazy good plays. Both edge rushers, especially Josh Allen, were completely taken out of this game. Tyson Campbell struggled against Mike Evans. It was not a great game. Again, Baker Mayfield, though, was right hot. 283, 2 touchdowns. He was great in this game. He has 26 on the season. Running game wasn't, again, anything efficient, but it worked out for them, to be completely honest, in the end. Because, again, in those short-rounded situations, they were great. Mike Evans caught 2 touchdowns. Of course, the one where he beat Tyson Campbell on the the zig route, and also beat him over the middle on that strike from Baker. Chris Godwin also 6 for 78. Yeah, their best players stepped up. Defensively, though, Levante 8 tackles and a sack. 1.5 sacks for the rookie Yaya Diaby. Christian Izine, the rookie, I think, something like that, had 6 tackles. Anthony Wood Jr., 3 tackles, sack, interception. Very collective, good game. Devin White, of course, had the interception, 4 tackles, half a sack as well. They got a lot of pressure. They were great in the red zone. They forced a lot of turnovers. This defense was gangbusters in this one. Team stats, though. Yeah, the Bucs had over 300 yards. Neither offense was actually too dominant, to be completely honest. But again, neither team ran the ball. That's probably the biggest reason why. But the Bucs controlling the ball for over 37 minutes. The Jags turning over the ball 4 times. And the Bucs actually being very good on 3rd down. Really got the Bucs in a good spot to win this football game. And then the Jags lose their 4th in a row and are searching for answers as they go down this home stretch, because they really need to beat those Panthers next week. I mean, they should be able to. But who the heck knows what how the Packers played against them. And for Duval, Trevor for over 300 without a turnover. Nope, Travis Etienne Jr. was bad, and they did not score 30 by any means. Yeah, this offense was trash. 5 minuses. Figure it out, or your season's done. Defensively, all right. Being more consistent with what it's called, Trayvon Walker, he just did not have anything. He couldn't even crack a single scissor move. It was bad. Rayshawn Jenkins honestly wasn't even that bad in coverage. He actually made a really good play on that strike from Baker. That was just a perfect throw. So, defensively, I mean, there's really nothing much to say about the secondary. They actually didn't even play too terrible. But, again, up front, when you simply can't get to the quarterback, and, again, the underneath, the guys who just aren't covering as linebackers, it's hard to win football games. And that was really what I saw from them. I'll probably give them 4 minuses, despite them giving up 30 points. Time for the Bucs. Alright, for the Bucs offense, can find the middle of the field so that Baker can unload outside. Absolutely. And make a statement for the division. Also did that. Offensively, I mean, they weren't perfect, but again, the running game's really the only concern or anything. Baker was great. This offense did exactly what they needed to do. They controlled the clock a ton. Great job. Defensively, though, somebody doing something in the secondary, nah. They had a couple guys make some plays. Again, Antoine Winfield Jr. was great, though. Devin White did have 15 tackles, but he was also pretty good. Vita Vea, I think he only had 2, but that's not saying anything bad. Yeah, defensively, they were also really good. I'll give them 5 pluses. Good job, Bucs defense. And honestly, probably 6 pluses, too. Again, he kind of gave up at the end of the game, but outside of that, this defense was great. Yeah, Bucs, huge win for you guys. That's all after this game.
And from Soldier Field in Chicago, we wish you a Merry Christmas Eve. And Arizona in town to...
Fields off play fake. Flush to the left, wants to load up, wants to go deep for Cole Kmet, who comes back to get it at the 21-yard line.
In motion, Fields under pressure again. He's going to run wide open path for 6. The only football team right now in Chicago. And Fields on a design quarterback run with a good block in front. Fields down the sideline, tiptoe to get to the edge. He does. Does he have speed to get to the end zone? He does. It's a Bears touchdown. 11 yards for Khalil Herbert.
Force that ball inside to his defenders.
Off the play fake. Fields airing it deep. Komet is open. He's got it inside the 10. First and goal. Fields. Play fake. Fakes it twice. In trouble. Chase. Throws. Caught. Touchdown. The ageless Connor wide open. Connor at the 10. Down the sideline. Into the end zone for an Arizona touchdown. I believe. This from 55. And the kick by Prater is on its way. And for the 80th time, 9-yard try for Cairo Santos. The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick by Santos is good. Cardinals rush 4. They've got a spy out there for Fields. Fields is going to run the opposite direction of the spy. He pumps, he's got the first down and more. Ice stepping down the sideline. Here's Fields floating it for the end zone, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson with the pick. Snap comes to Murray. He'll throw it over the middle. Catch is made on a cross by Dortch. First down. Oh, nice hesitation. Dortch a zigzag. Down the sideline. Dortch diving for the end zone. On 4th down, Murray heaves it down the sideline for Dortch. The pass is incomplete. And the Bears lead it 27-16.
Knock off the Cardinals 27-16. They go to 6-9. Nice, keep technically their playoff hopes alive, but they're like 1%. And yeah, this game was pretty entertaining. Cardinals fall at 3-12 and have what is it called? Sole possession of that number 2 pick. Continue their tank, and you could definitely see it in this game for sure. But yeah, they fall to 3-12. They got to go to Philly next week and try not to fake getting blown out. And the Bears, they're the Bears. Oh wait, they play home against the Falcons. So yeah, last home game next week. Kyler though, first game with 2 touchdowns since last year, of course, before he tore his ACL. He was okay. I mean, under pressure wasn't great, but did throw for 230 and 24 of 38 was pretty explosive. Running game wasn't great. Again, nothing crazy. Kyler had a couple nice runs. Again, wasn't anything explosive though. James Conner 6 for 67 touchdown through the air. Again, had 2 big catch and run plays. Greg George, of course, that high rate real I think it was 36-yard catch and run touchdown. Mari DiMarcano was also pretty good, but at receiver. Outside of Greg George making that one play, no one created probably 5 yards of separation. It was pretty bad. Defensively, though, I don't know. Jalen Thompson had a pick. They got ran over. They made a couple nice plays on 3rd down. Yeah, I mean, Dennis Gardick finally had a sack. Yeah, that's really about it, though. They struggled to keep Justin Fields under wraps. For the Bears, though, Justin Fields, obviously, the interception was pretty pathetic, but did have a touchdown, 170 yards, was pretty good. Again, 9th career game with 2 total touchdowns, 1 through the air, 1 on the ground. Khalil Herbert did have 112 and a touchdown, though, on the ground. He had 5.6 yards per carry. They ran the ball really well. Again, Justin Fields, some really explosive runs. Again, the 40-yard scramble was pretty cool. Time for 97 in touchdown for him, though. Still didn't throw the ball super well, though. Receiving that is Cole Komet for 107 touchdown. Not touchdown, but pretty good game. Yeah, Omar said he's loose. He's 39. He got a touchdown. Robert Tonyan also had a catch. Yeah, the offensive passing game wasn't very diverse or consistent, but again, they still won the game. Defensively, Eddie Jackson was really the only guy I saw that I'm like, ugh, because all the other guys did their job. I mean, like, Jaquan Brisker was really good against the run. T.J. Edwards made some really nice plays. What's it called? When Kyler Murray tried to throw it over the middle, which is very rare for him. Kyler Gordon, 7 tackles and a sack. Very good at making plays out to the numbers. And also Justin Jones had a sack. So, yeah, defensively was pretty solid. Cairo Santos also had 2 field goals. Matt Prater had a 50-something yard bomb, too. Looking at the team stats, though, Bears had 420 total yards. Again, one of their better games this season. 250 rushing yards, too. Damn, that's a lot. 34 minutes possession. Again, the one turnover wasn't too crucial for them. Also, had a couple more better 3rd downs. But with all that said, that's really all I got for this game, guys. Yeah, again, it was pretty even. But obviously, just the Bears, again, running the ball a little better and also having some better 3rd down plays won them this football game. Cardinals offensively, Kyler going for over 400 yards. No, but still losing, yes. And James Conner did not have 4 touchdowns. But again, the offense, again, they did do a good job. They faked like they were trying. So, I mean, that's what you want to see. Because, again, you're tanking. 4 minuses. Again, for a tank bowl, They were still pretty. No, I'll give them 2 minuses. They were still explosive. Defensively though, they didn't get 40. They were in the holiday spirit though. They gave Justin Fields some big runs. They gave us on some of those plays. But again, when you are tanking, you need to give up some big runs. It's just what you do. 6 minuses though. All right. Oh no, what the heck was that? They did look good in the 4th quarter at least. Yeah, time for the Bears. All right, we can forget about this. But Justin for over 100 yards on the ground, got very close to it. DJ, no, not even close. He might not hit that this year. No, he will. But still, Bears offense again. They were very inconsistent through. Okay, that was Justin through the air. The offensive line wasn't too great overall, but again, Justin just had some ridiculous plays where he just ran past everybody. It was back to that type of Justin Fields, which is not really great for this offense. But who cares about sustainability? I don't know, 4 pluses. Defensively, though, yeah, they did their job. I mean, there's nothing like crazy you could say. Montez Sweat got some pressure. They didn't get torched. I mean, they were okay outside that 1 touchdown. Yeah, again, they got to do better with catch and run. But outside of that, again, this Bears defense did their job. I don't know. Let's say 4 pluses. No, 3 pluses. Okay, now let's get to America's Game of the Week. And yeah, this couldn't have gotten any better for the Dolphins. Let's go.
Game of the Week here from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida, and to get to a Super Bowl. But they both have their issues, right? For Miami,
their respective conferences, each team coming in with
Prescott on the throw, gets it to Ferguson, first down and more. Big room, Ferguson inside the 15. Lipke, the fullback again. Ball is loose. Who's got it? Miami recovers. 3rd and 8. 4-man rush. Tagovailoa loads up, going deep for Waddle. He's got it in stride. Sanders up and good. Early downs. 2nd down. Prescott quick throw again. Lamb in stride. Room to run. He's down inside the 20. Makes the move. CD Lamb is going to score. Hill in motion. 4th and goal. Tagovailoa going to the corner. It's incomplete, out of bounds. And the Cowboys get a big stand at the. Sanders up, deep, and right through. Good kick. Tagovailoa going to swing it out. Mostert wide open. He's got it. Touchdown, Miami.
Came up with a big stop there, and they needed it.
54-yard field goal try for Sanders. It is up. It is drilled. Lamb open in the flat. Prescott looking to go deep. Has a man. Tolbert. It is. Fight for the ball. Who's got it? And Aubrey remains perfect on the season.
Keeping this thing as tight as they can.
Sanders from 35. And it's up and true. Boys need some urgency here. Prescott on the fake. Has some time. Can't find anyone. Going to run. There's a lot of room to do it. First down and more. And Dak is down near. Now it's Brandon Aubrey. 33-yard attempt is perfect again. Right down the middle. Prescott throwing incomplete. And there's a flag. Hang on. Fake. Prescott in trouble. And he is sacked. Oh my goodness. They go from the 1 to the 12. Pressure in his face again. Throwing for the corner. Cooks. Does he have it? Touchdown, Dallas! Oh, we're tied. He's got it. Miami is in the playoffs.
Take care of the Cowboys, of course, clinching a playoff spot with a 22-20, very entertaining win. Again, it was a defensive performance and also broke into a soccer match in that late 3rd quarter and, of course, most of the 4th quarter. Cowboys fall at 10-5, lose back-to-back games for the first time since, of course, losing to putting up only 9 points to the Chiefs. Last time they haven't scored a touchdown. And also blowing that lead or something like that against the against the Raiders on Thanksgiving. Now they lost into Christmas Eve. Again, that was great. Again, they fall to 10-5 and can kiss every chance of getting that #1 seed and playing at home in the divisional round. Goodbye. I mean, maybe not if they get the 2 seed, but whatever. Dolphins 11-4. Still a shot at the #1 seed. Again, that comes all down to next week, but they finally beat a winning team, and you got to start taking this team serious because they beat the Cowboys. I mean, that's not too much, but the Cowboys are a decent team. So 22-20 though. Of course, what is called? You just saw Jason Sanders put that kick through the upright, but Dak. 20-32, 253, 2 touchdowns. He was solid. Like, there's nothing to complain about Dak. He did exactly what he needed to do. He won the game for them. That's the best way I can put it. Yes, the running game sucked, but guys, Dak did what he needed to. Yeah. Of course, CeeDee Lamb, outside that touchdown he had in the first quarter, they really didn't throw the football to him at all. So, yeah, in the slide, you got some good metrics. Don't really know what they're trying to do there. Jalen Tolbert did Moss, Xavier Howard, kind of. Jake Ferguson, again, a couple of nice plays on fourth down. That was about it. Brandon Cooks, of course, had that massive touchdown to put them ahead. But, again, outside that, again, it was really just that because a couple big plays from some guys. And Dak just, again, is making stuff happen that will put the Cowboys in the spot to win this. But for this defense, really the biggest takeaway is, again, Micah Parsons not being, again, matured enough. Seasoned enough, to be completely honest. Like, I don't even know how to put this. But he is a pass-rushing defensive end. He is not a guy who's going to stop the run. He's just not disciplined enough. He can't take on blocks. He hesitates. He's giving up yardage by the foot, or by the step of the running back. He needs to just simply go after it. Again, setting the edge is about not hesitating. If you hesitate at all in your pass rush mode, you're screwed. That's what happened in this game. They ran him a lot, and it was really bad for him. But, I mean, Donovan Wilson made a couple really nice plays on the boundary. Obviously, Marquise Bell was okay, 8 tackles. He did a decent job, though. But outside that, again, Damone Clark got kicked around. Again, I'd say that to Marquise Bell, too. But they put him in a spot where he wasn't going to get kicked around like last week, which, again, if they put him in space, again, Damone Clark wasn't anything better. But at least they figured something out there. Again, Micah, just the big struggles there. Malik Hooker was very good in coverage, all things said, though. Again, without Jalen Waddle in the game, this defense looked a lot better. Mozzie Smith still can't penetrate at all, and you need him to so he can actually, again, by himself make some plays. Because, again, DeMarcus Lawrence can't be your number one. Again, he can be your number one, run defender, but when it comes to push up to shove right up the middle, Mozzie Smith needs to be better without the big Jonathan Hankins in there. Brandon Aubrey also had 2 field goals. For the Dolphins, though, Tua, 24 of 37, 293 and a touchdown. Got the ball out really quick. He knew what he was supposed to do. He knew the drill. Outside of some bad timing routes to Tyreek, he was really good. Running game wasn't, again, too anything crazy, but, again, timely downs, short yardage, they were money. Of course, Jalen Waddle got hurt after that 50-yard catch. Tyreek, though, 9 for 99. Damn. Yeah, but still, again, he might break the record. I'm not going to say he will, but judging how he played in Baltimore last year, it is still possible. For this defense, though, again, they got a lot of pressure on Dak. That's probably the biggest thing I can say about him. Bradley Chubb, he continues to get better this season, of course. It's weird with him because he hasn't really been the same player since, 2020, so it's been, 3 years, but he's really stepped up, especially this game. Jalen Ramsey, again, he did get that touchdown. He was really good in coverage overall. Xavier Howard wasn't that great. Cater KO, again, outside the touchdown, can catch and run play, but he was really good. Yeah, this defense overall was awesome. There's nothing to complain about. Of course, Jason Sanders, the player of the game. 5 field goals and a 57-yarder. Awesome. Team stats. Dolphins had 375. Cowboys had 333. Rushing, nothing crazy. Again, very dead in the middle. Yards per play, again, around 6 for both teams. Again, the Cowboys did have the ball a little longer, but again, they were a little worse on third down, which made the difference. Obviously, I don't know why it says 2-2. Whatever, though. Yeah, this game was, again, the Dolphins winning up front a lot better, and also the fact that it just came down to, again, the Dolphins did get the ball last. Cowboys offensively, yeah, they weren't that great. Obviously, Jalen Ramsey did have to make some plays. They did do a decent job on 3rd and short, again, through the Cowboys offense, but again, they had some bad miscues. So, offensively, again, it wasn't a great day by them, but again, they did have the game-winning touchdown drive. So, that is good, I guess. I'll probably give them, I don't know, 3 minuses. Again, it was just the whole offense, but Dak did have a decent day. Defensively, they didn't really stop the run. Again, it's just about those struggles. They were decent against Tyreek overall. They contained him pretty well. I don't know. I'll probably still have to give them 3 minuses. No, 2 minuses. No, 3 minuses. All I got for the Cowboys, guys. Time for the Dolphins. And for Miami, yeah, don't run the ball and get the ball to Tyreek Hill at will. I mean, a little bit, but obviously, without Jalen Waddle, they're explosive passing game because again, Tyreek Hill was not going to get any balls downfield. This game was completely taken away for that, and obviously they didn't run the ball a good amount. It was a pretty good offensive game. Again, they had some cold stretches in that 3rd and 2nd quarter, but overall, I'll give this offense 2 pluses. They were pretty good defensively. Make Dak find a 3rd option on 3rd down. Exactly. Jalen, again, he wasn't great, but he did do a good job. And no big plays. They gave up, I think, 1. So, defensively, again, it wasn't a perfect game, but they did do a really good job of containing that offense. I'll give them 4 pluses. Yes, very solid game from this Dolphins team. Yeah, I'll actually probably give them 4 pluses offensively, too. So, let's all go for the Dolphins, guys. Solid performance. That definitely wasn't their A game, so they can beat teams without their A game, which is, again, really good. So, all I got for the Dolphins. Time for the NFL Network Holiday Classic. Here are the highlights from what is probably a lose-lose game for both these teams.
Welcome to Denver, Colorado, and Power Field at Mile High Stadium, where the home team is trying to dig out of a hole they built for themselves at. On the first snap of this Holiday Classic, a pass. Zappi surveys him, gets hit, ball's loose. Williams keeping it, and he doesn't get it. Up the middle. Got a seat. And clear. Marvin Mims. It's Williams. Touchdown. Chad. Got it. To Williams. Spins. That's ball's loose. Did New England come up with it? Is to Wilson's left on this 3rd and 12 snap. Russ. Ball's loose. Who has it? Wide right. Can he get it from 57 to wrap up the half? Williams is wide right. Zappy, play fake to start this drive. Steps up, flings it for Pop. Douglas makes a play. Zappy to Zeke. And scores! Ezekiel Elliott. High snap. And you don't need my description to know. Zappy gets it off. And he looks for Devontae Parker. What a grab! Zappy steps up, flings to the end zone. Touchdown, Mike Gesicki.
Now, but it's amazing playing a little bit, making a few plays, what that can do for your confidence.
Mims took the ball out, dropped it, picked it up, and then dropped it again. And the Patriots recover for the touchdown. When the 3rd quarter clock hits zeros. And it ends with a sack and fumble. Russ has it. Steps up. Looks for Mims. Russ. With Uche on him. End zone. Touchdown. Territory, obviously, with the clock down 8. Throw to Johnson. Grabs it. He's free. Touchdown. And fake the run and flip it out. And it's Williams to tie the game. Riley for the win. Chad Riley. It's good.
And the Patriots went into Denver and knocked off the Broncos 26-23, and it's not good that they did that because they ruined their tank. They they went go to 4-11 and had the 4th pick in the draft order. And they're probably going to be 5-12 because I don't see that they're not going to beat the Jets because, again, that's just a record they won't want to break. So, again, they're going to probably be 5-12 at the end of the season. And very likely ruining their chance at Drake May, which is bad. It's just not good. You can't have that happen to the Patriots. But I guess they kind of won. I mean, they have the meme of that doink. That doink will forever be saved. That is such a good doink. But, obviously, though, for the Patriots, holy crap. That is not what you need to happen. But they did still win. It was a 57-yard bomb from Chad Ryland. So, I mean, biggest takeaway, they got their kicker, I guess. Broncos fall 7-8, and their playoff hopes are really eliminated. It's just been a complete roller coaster of a year and a frustrating year overall for them. But, I mean, they get the Chargers next week, trying to sweep them. Patriots try to get not to get absolutely just slaughtered by the Bills. Bailey Zappi was great. 25 of 32, 256, 2 touchdowns. He made some great throws in this game. Again, first half, the offense just was not in the game. But again, 20-point 3rd quarter. They scored, again, before this game, they only scored 20 points in the game 3 times. So the fact, again, scored 20 in the 3rd is just completely crazy. Again, they blew a 23-7 lead, but still, Bailey Zappi was great. Running game, not good, but Zeke Elliott had a good touchdown, 15-yarder. Mike Gesicki also caught a touchdown. DeMar Douglas and Devontae Parker also made some really good catches downfield. Of course, Devontae Parker probably had the setup one for the 57-yarder. Defensively, though, Christian Barmore, 8 tackles, 3 sacks. This dude will be inked for a huge deal this offseason. He has been unbelievable the past couple weeks. Juwan Bentley also had 8 tackles. The defense did do a good job. Again, they did give up some big plays, but outside of that, I mean, this defense, again, did a really good job. Didn't set the edge particularly great. Again, Dietrich Wise Jr. did not get as much pressure as you like. Again, he could not use that. What is it called? No, what's the move called? I'm dying. Oh, yeah, not the speed chop. Oh, yeah, the stunt job. Whatever you want to call it. You just basically slashed the outside shoulder. Outside hand of the guard, and then just basically swept around him. He wasn't able to use that this game a lot. And then Matt Wilson also had a sack. And then Matt Wilson also had a sack, as well as Josh Uche. Yeah, this defense was pretty good. Obviously, though, for the Broncos, what is it called? Russell Wilson had 238 yards, 2 touchdowns. Joe McLaughlin, 37 yards. Javonte Williams, 24 yards and a touchdown. Again, he wasn't great, but honestly, it wasn't the worst game you could have had from Javonte. Obviously, though, Russ, 2 touchdowns, 238 yards. Pretty good there. Receiving-wise, though, Marvin Mims Jr., 3 for 63. Brandon Jones, 3 for 47 and a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 3 for 44. Again, nothing crazy. Again, Lucas Kroll. Who the heck is this? Really don't know, but he did catch a touchdown. Again, Russ, it was a really rough game outside of that fourth quarter, but yeah, give or take. But yeah, again, there's some bad fumbles, and they completely fell apart in that third quarter. But either way, defensively, I mean, there's no excuse for getting torched by Bailey Zappi. That's like the best way I can put it. The corners struggled in this game, especially again when the ball was like in the air. They did not make good plays on the ball. Alex Singleton at least had 12 tackles. I mean, yeah. But yeah, this defense, they were not it in this game. Bo Lust did miss a field goal as well. Team stats though, again, neither team had much yardage. It was again very cold game. 1-2 turnover ratio, again, the scooping score for the Patriots. But overall, yeah, it just came down to the fact that neither one of these teams were very good, but the Patriots, again, having over yards more per play. Again, forcing some big turnovers, and also, again, just basically playing cleaner football won in this game. And for New England, maybe pull off a Christmas miracle, they did. They did score 15 points in the second half. Again, they scored 23 to be exact. Offensively, honestly, Bailey Zappi was great. Probably their best performance of the year. No, maybe not. They were better against the Bills, though. 6 losses, though. Defensively, under 20 points allowed? No, but Jonathan Jones, probably not even that either. They did get a scoop and score, though. So outside of that scoop and score, this defense nearly blew the game. But how good they were in the third quarter, you can't be too mad about how they played. But again, I'll still probably have to give them 2 pluses because they nearly lost in the football game. Which, I mean, that would have been good. So honestly, probably like 2 minuses. Time for the Broncos. And wrapping this thing up, we're going to talk about the Broncos. Russ did not throw for 300 yards. Javonte did have a decent first drive, though. Corliss did not have 100 yards. Again, I think he got hurt. Offensively for the Broncos, though, I don't know. They came back at least. I'll probably give them a plus for that. But yeah, this offense just, again, up and down. Can't have that. But then Broncos defense, Justin and Jaquan, they were okay in that second half, but they really weren't that great. And getting back into it to win out, nope. All right, for the but for this Broncos defense, I don't know what I'll give them. Should I give them like? This is kind of frustrating here. I'll give them 3 minuses because again they kind of blew the game. But yeah, this is just a frustrating performance for the Broncos. They brought their D game, and yeah, they lost. And that is all I got for the Broncos, guys. And that's all I got for the NFL Week 16 Sunday recap. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, of course, have a good, very Merry Christmas. And yeah, see you for the recap of Christmas's games tomorrow. And again, check out that preview because again we have all the games going on right now. See ya later.
And they're going to throw it backwards. They're going to throw it to the left tackle, Derek Graham, and he will rumble in for a touchdown. 5-yard touchdown.